Hey guys, Reversely, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. We're back once again. I'm here to let you guys know this video, we're gonna be reaching level 37. 37 in Pokemon Go. It's absolutely insane. 37, also, it's really high of a level, but sadly enough, it is only the halfway point in Pokemon Go. It will all make sense the moment I will show you guys my gameplay. Before we get started, see these guys? These are Pokemon Go Plus packages. They actually contain Pokemon Go Plus devices. I'm giving them out to you guys. If you want to be having a chance of winning one of these, I have 3. One of these, make sure you get over to the first link in the video description down below. It's an exclusive Twitter giveaway just for you guys, and then later down the road I'll be picking another winner in a separate video. So if you guys want to be winning a Go, make sure you comment down below why you want to win one. I already did this one before, but I kinda lost track of that entire thing. So if you want to win a Go, make sure you let me know in the comments of this video as well why you want to win a Pokemon Go, and I'm gonna be picking the most creative comment in the next video. So that being said, let's go to the game. I'm here to let you guys know I hit level 37 in Pokemon Go. I actually did it a couple of days ago. September has been really amazing when it comes down to weather. October, November, December are gonna be a nightmare. I simply won't have the ability to go outside as much because there's gonna be a lot of rain. My days are gonna be shorter, so the amount of experience I'm gonna be able to obtain is gonna be far less. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to hit level 40 by the end of the year, but I'm still gonna try. So right now we officially hit the halfway point. We officially hit the halfway point, level 37, with 500,000 experience. We got 10 million experience lifetime. You need 20 million to go to level 40. So, level 37 to 38 is 2.5 million experience. Level 38 to level 39 is 3 million. And then level 39 to 40 is 5 million, which is absolutely crazy. I'm gonna show you guys my statistics at this point. I think that's interesting. Jogger, almost at 500 kilometers at this point. Go Plus has been working out a lot, has been working very nice. I'm gonna give you guys my comprehensive review on this thing as to why I feel it's awesome and why you maybe should not be getting it. So yeah, there's that. Of course, we completed the Pokédex as far as I can. I am going to travel for the regional exclusives, so that's something on the road. I'm actually, I'm maybe going to be collaborating with Bantam on that, so that's going to be something to look forward to, right? We captured over 17,000 Pokemon. That's, I've swiped my finger 17,000 times, including the times that I missed in order to do this. So it's more like 50 to 60,000 times that I've been trying to capture these Pokemon. It is mind-blowing. And then it doesn't even account to the amount of Pokemon that ran away, right? We evolved over 3,000 here. Breeder, over 500 over here. You guys probably want to see some gold badges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 golden badges. Pikachu fans gonna be taking me the longest because Pikachu's is just hard to find, man. Like, or Skier. But with Generation 2, Skier is gonna be definitely easier. I hope to see some new achievements. I'm pretty close with Ghost type, so I need to find like 4 more Ghasties in order to complete this. So decent overall my badges. I actually surpassed the amount of Pokestops to the amount of Pokemon that I captured. That is kind of wild to me, to be honest. And then Battle Girl, 1.6k gym battles won. That is the gist, the overall gist in this. So yeah, Buddy Pokemon Venusaur right now. Let's actually go ahead and can we double? Yeah, if you double tap it, we got 40 kilometers walked on this bad boy right here. So why am I showing you guys this? I'm level 37. That means I have the ability to power up some Pokemon. Now I've been saving up a whole bunch of starters, so I'm gonna go ahead and use my starters on the Pokemon I really want to invest in. Those are the only Pokemon I basically power up because I feel the other Pokemon are simply not worth it at this point, and I want to save up my starters for generation number 2. So next video is going to be kind of a training session, or a little bit in the mind of how do I level up myself, some of the things I take into consideration whenever I'm sitting at a lure spot, and just maybe give some pointers or some tips as to how I play the game. And maybe it's gonna help you guys out there in the long run at the same time as well. That being said, let's go to combat power here. Let's sort it by combat power here. So the first thing I want to level up is of course my perfect IV Dragonite. This is a beast. It is really nice for attacking. Very happy I have this one. Very blessed, honestly. So many people want this. Every single time we're going to be powering this one up is going to give us 25 CP. Above level 30, it's gonna decrease the amount of CP you're gonna be obtaining by half. So if 25 doesn't seem a lot, that is the reason why. Usually it would be 50, which is the maximum you can get. There is a glitch that if you keep tapping the power up button like a lot of times fast back to back, it will give you more CP, but it will still subtract the amount of Stardust and the amount of candy that you need for that. So yeah, so 3400 Dragonite right now. Gonna be powering up once more to 3425, and as you guys can see, my trainer level right now is too low. I think it can go up to 3525, but I am not sure of this one right now. Then next up we got Vaporeon over here. Vaporeon is perfect IV as well. I have a couple of other Vaporeons over here that I basically use in gyms. I have been maxing these ones out as well, but I just kind of really want to save up my Stardust. So I'm trying not to invest into too many Pokemon, because then your Stardust is gonna suffer as a result. I actually have been saving up quite a bit. Over 250,000 is a lot for me. I've never had that amount. But considering that I'm actually saving up and I got some people to help me accountable for spending Stardust, I'm actually having a better time on saving up. So gonna do this one. So this one's gonna be getting 20 CP. And then the next one is gonna bring it above 2750, which is absolutely insane. So total 2755. That is mind-blowing. I think these two Vaporeons are like 93 or 91-ish. They're at least 90, that's what I know. But yeah, they will probably get up to 2700 something, be relatively close to the perfect IV one over here. So, pretty happy with this one. Next up is Gyarados. I use this mainly as an attacker. I feel that Gyarados is not a great defender at all. I wouldn't recommend you place this one in a gym, even though it may seem very tempting. He's just much better attacking, especially with Dragonites in gyms, like Dragon Breath, Dragon Pulse. This is your, Dragonite destroyer. Unfortunately, Gyarados doesn't have Dragon Breath available anymore upon evolution from a Magikarp. But in return, if you still have Dragon Pulse, it can still rack up quite a bit of damage. Instead, it right now only has Bites as the primary attack. So, powering it up once more, you can really tell how expensive it is to power it up. Like 9,000 Stardust and 12 candy for just a single power up is actually really insane. You gotta save up for these power ups. Next up that I want to power up is my buddy Venusaur. I've been saving up some candy for this one, so I'm pretty happy I'm able to power this one up again. I think it can go over 2400 at this point. Talking a little bit about the I actually found this one on my birthday, by the way, 17th of July, which is kind of funny. A little bit about this Venusaur right here. This is not a perfect moveset, but I notice a lot of people still have trouble against this Venusaur in gyms. So I'm happy to have this one in there. Sludge Bomb is not a bad attack at all. Solar Beam, if anything, is kind of easy to dodge. So I'm pretty happy it's actually Sludge Bomb instead. And Fire Whip is doing pretty well as well. Look at the amount of Stardust. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I wish there was a 7 and then 8. So let's go ahead and power this one up. Plus 19. And then I can still power it up after that. It's just I don't have the candy to do that. So I'm definitely going to be maxing this one out. That is the whole reason I got this one as a buddy. Right now above 2400. Hopefully I'm going to be able to get this one to 2500. But I'm not sure. So I'm very happy with that one. Then we still got one more. I think Golem. I can power this up twice. But I only have candy for once. I need to make this one my buddy again, which is really recommended. I mean, Golem is such a beast. If you have one with Mud Shot or Mud Slap and Stone Edge, it is so powerful as a Pokemon. It's really powerful, very high on defense, so you'll definitely be able to do quite a bit of damage on gyms here. So that is Golem that I powered up here just once. And then next up, I guess I want to give Flareon some love. I don't really use this one a whole lot, but still is perfect IV. I've invested in this one. I want to power this one up for sure. So plus 18 on this one. And then doing it once again, bringing it almost to 2600. We need one more power up, but once again our trainer level is too low. So the moment we got to level 38, we're gonna be able to get this one up to level 2600. And I think that is pretty much it as far as the Pokemon that I really want to power up. I don't think there's any other Pokemon out there which I feel are, you know, valuable enough to the point that I do want to power them up. Once again, I am saving up for generation number 2. So this Dragonite over here is only like 64%. I only wanted this to be at like above 3000 because it just simply looks good at a gym. And whenever I place this one in the gym, it usually is at the top out there. And then of course this one, I might in the future invest in some Vaporeons, but I honestly have no idea what kind of an effect that Generation 2 is going to be having on Vaporeon. And that is also immediately the reason for me to kind of power up this Flareon with the perfect moveset as well, to see how well this one's going to be holding up. To give you guys a little update, I have not been capable of finding any 10km eggs outside of the 4 that I found before. So, you know, it kind of karma bit me in the ass, because I've been saying like, well, it's gonna be pretty easy to find these eggs. Now, I've been walking a lot and I've been biking a lot, but I've not been finding any 10km eggs, and it's kind of frustrating, to be honest. I've been really lucky though, I'm gonna tell you guys, I've been extremely lucky, but I'm not gonna be giving up. I'm still going to try and continue finding these Pokemon. So, right now, level 37, that's all great. Alright, so at this point, I want to talk a little bit about the Go Plus. So, I had the Go Plus for a couple of days, and I keep saying Go Pro for some odd reason, I don't know why. But I had the Go Plus for a couple of days now, had some time to experiment with it, and I basically want to answer a question immediately to you guys. Is it worth it, or should you buy the Pokemon Go Plus? And the answer to the question is, if you play the game a whole lot and you're walking around or biking a lot, or if you have a Pokestop or a nest at your house or something like that, and you just simply don't have the time to always open a Pokemon Go to see what it is, then Pokemon Go Plus is definitely worth it. It is not worth it if you are just starting off with Pokemon Go, and if you simply don't invest a whole lot of time in Pokemon Go, if you just don't care too much about the game, but you still enjoy playing it. You know, if it makes any sense, then just stay on the casual side, don't buy the Go Plus. I mean, it just only does so much, and whatever it adds, it isn't really that much, honestly. I kind of feel it is relatively overpriced for what you're getting out of the Go Plus, and I'm actually going to jump into that a little bit later. I'm going to be talking about my experience, some of the good sides, some of the bad sides, some of the things that I feel could have been a little bit better. So with that being said, let's just actually go ahead and bring up the package right here. So first up, it comes in this lovely package right here. Package is pretty cool, they can hang it up and it doesn't matter. It is pretty small in comparison, to be honest. Was kind of surprised, pleasantly surprised right now. Kind of like the size, to do a little comparison. It is smaller than my tiny pink. Which I don't have really large hands, by the way, so just to give you guys a little comparison, it is really kind of small, and that's something that really surprised me. This might be something you might end up losing, but I'm thinking if you actually purchase one, you'd be pretty careful with that one. First point of critique is the fact that if you want to attach the Go Plus to a wristband, you actually need a screwdriver to do so. Now, that usually isn't a problem, but I know for a fact that some people just don't have a screwdriver. Like, I just know for a fact people out there don't have screwdrivers. So for the price you're paying for this thing, which is 35 bucks, considering they make these for like $2 and the wristband in like China or whatever they made it, I feel they could have included some plastic tools or something like that to ensure the fact that you're able to, you know, switch from the little clip to the wristband. I mean, for 35 bucks, I think they could have definitely done that. In which, once again, I think $35 for the Go Plus is still a lot of money. Still a lot of money. For me, it's gonna be worth it, but I still, even with that, with the amount of hours that I put in Pokemon Go, still think it's a lot of money for what you're getting. Let's actually go ahead and connect the Go Plus to the game. So the way it works is, if you synchronize the Go Plus to the game, you'll have this icon on the left top corner, which will always be there, regardless of you having it connected or not. It is not getting in the way, I feel, so that is a good thing. Tapping on that thing, and then you gotta be tapping on the Go Plus, and then it will connect through Bluetooth. I think connecting on the Go Plus is not that big of a hassle, but I think it disconnects too much. which is kind of annoying. It is going to always disconnect under 2 reasons or 3 reasons. The first one is if you shut down the Pokemon Go app, if you force access the app, it will disconnect for sure. So that is one thing. And the second thing is if you are doing a gym battle, it is also going to be disconnecting. And the third thing, which I think is the most annoying part, which I think is unnecessary, is if you're doing a encounter, a catching encounter. That is not on the Go Plus, but actually in-game. So if there's a Pokemon nearby and you're tapping on the Pokemon and you're trying to catch it, it will disconnect. So you have to repair the Go Plus, you have to reconnect the Go Plus to the Pokemon Go game on your smartphone. I think that is kind of unnecessary. They could have done that a little bit different. Very important thing, if Pokemon Go Plus finds something and it detects something, it is shaking quite ferociously. The shake on this thing is loud, you can definitely hear it, which can be a good thing and a bad thing, depending on your situation, I guess. During work time, might not really be a great idea, depending on who your boss might be, or if you can actually camouflage the fact that your Go Plus is making such a large sound. So that's very important as well. The light on the Go Plus, during the day I kind of feel it's a little bit too faint, but in the night it's way too bright. I kind of wish you had the ability to readjust that in some settings of sorts. Maybe there would be a settings menu for the Go Plus. I mean, it is there. I wish you had the ability to kind of customize a couple of things here and there. I think it would be a little bit better. Also, it always prioritizes catching Pokemon over Pokestops, which I feel is kind of unfortunate. They could have definitely implemented a feature so that way you could actually choose what it is prioritizing, because I think that is a little bit better. So there's my opinion there. There's a Pokemon right now. It's going to be shaking, vibrating in a couple of seconds here. So I'm going to demonstrate how the Pokemon Go Plus works whenever you're encountering a Pokemon. The incense bug is right now fixed. In the beginning, whenever I obtained it, you were not able to actually get it done. Why doesn't it do anything here? So that's one. Oh, there it is. So that is the shake. It's pretty loud. I'm not gonna lie. So whenever you're not doing anything, the light will still be there. So let's go ahead and press it. So right now it should light up, and it ran away. So it immediately interrupts. It's like, hey, we're not gonna be catching it, and Venonat ran away. If a Pokemon runs away, you are out of your chance. So I had this encounter with a Lapras. Bam, that thing ran away. I pressed the Go Plus on accident. It was at the luring spot, and it was extremely frustrating. It ran away, and yeah, there's that. It's really unfortunate, but the Lapras ran away. So yeah, there you have it. Only one chance, one shot. You'll throw a Pokeball straight at the Pokemon. No nice shot, no curveball, no great or excellent. No raspberries are used. You cannot use the Go Plus on Pokemon if you don't have Pokeballs. It just refuses to use any Great Balls or Ultra Balls for that matter. So if you run out of Pokeballs, it's no longer functional at all unless you get some Pokeballs either from the shop or from a Pokestop where you're spinning for some Pokeballs. So that's something that I think is kind of nice. I mean, you know, gives Pokeballs some functionality rather than your throwaway balls at stuff you really don't want. Go Plus is really awesome on the bike. I gotta tell you guys this much. There are so many occasions where I see a Venonat, where I see a Pidgey, Rattata, Zubat, Spearow, that I just don't really want to bother whenever I am on the bike. And, you know, I don't want to spend hours on trying to catch the Pokemon, or a couple of attempts at least. The Go Plus is really great. You either catch it or you miss it, but you can go on, keep on traveling without losing any speed. I do notice that the catch rate on the Go Plus is significantly lower than you'd expect. It's about a 30% chance on catching a Pokemon. It's definitely less than 50. I'm not sure if lower people will have a higher catch rate than higher level people, because lower level people will find Pokemon with a lower CP, meaning that it's going to be easier to catch. So I'm not sure about how that works out. People who are like like level 10 to 15, make sure you let me know in the comments how the GO Plus is working for you. To me, it's like 30%, and also if you're traveling faster than 12 kilometers an hour, then the chance of catching a Pokemon will also decrease, so be sure to take that into consideration. Nice thing you will see over here is you actually be able to see the Pokemon you caught, so that's pretty cool. Also another thing I kind of wish there was a setting for is automatically transfer Pokemon you catch with the GO Plus. Because I personally just don't feel like going through my inventory to get rid of all of the Pidgeys and Rattatas, because that's kind of a tedious little thing for me. I know some people who actually hatch their lucky egg once a day or something like that to evolve everything are gonna be pretty happy with that, but for me it's kind of a nuisance because I'm always on a lucky egg and I just simply don't want to be in my inventory to transfer Pokemon. That is just a first world problem, honestly, but it's something that I do find frustrating a tiny bit. The biggest, and I mean the biggest plus by a landslide about the Pokemon GO Plus, why you should actually, if you cover a lot of distance, should pick it up, like it's a must, is that it tracks so awesomely. Like the way it tracks your distance with your buddy Pokemon and the eggs, the distance on those two is excellent. Like it's like nothing else. Like it tracks 3, 4, 5 times better than your usual game if your GPS is kinda bad. Like that is major. I've been able to find so many eggs, and I've been able to hatch so many eggs, and I've been getting so much more buddy Pokemon candy as a result of the Pokemon GO Plus, that for that reason alone, I found this thing worth it. Like, if this were to be only an accessory to make tracking better, the amount of distance that you cover in Pokemon Go, I already would pick this thing up because it's amazing. It's honestly amazing. I haven't had any issues, or I've always been surprised about the amount of distance that I'm missing out on by playing the game normally without the GO Plus, as to comparing it to the moments I'm actually using the GO Plus to play Pokemon Go. It is, I've been covering so much more distance in the game itself, and that to me is pleasantly surprising. I've also done a couple of tests here and there on the bike. If you are consistently going over 15 kilometers an hour on the bike, then it's not going to be detecting a thing. It's very sharp in that regard, so make sure you take that into consideration. I also noticed that about 10 or 12 kilometers an hour, it's relatively forgiving. So it actually tracks a decent amount. Sometimes it will connect, sometimes it won't connect. In the car, it tracks about 1/5 of the road. If you're in the city and there's a lot of stoplights, it will kind of track about 1/5 of everything. So if you're covering about 15 kilometers, it's going to be tracking about 3.5 or something like that. That's what I noticed in my road around the city, because there's so many stoplights out there. So in that regard, it is excellent for tracking. I highly recommend it just for that reason alone. I have no idea how long the battery life is. Once again, you need a screw in order to insert a new battery. I'm not sure what kind of a battery it is, so yeah, you gotta have to figure that one out, because I haven't had the ability to do that. I don't have a screwdriver near me, so I cannot really test it out. It's just a comprehensive review in the end anyway. But yeah, thoughts, opinions about the GO Plus? I think it's pricey. First and foremost, I think it is pricey. I think you're getting value out of this for sure. I think it's better value than Pokecoins. So if you're intending to spend money on Pokecoins, if you're kind of thinking like, hey, maybe I should spend 50 bucks, which I usually would spend on a PlayStation or Xbox game, then invest some money in the GO Plus. I think you will not regret it. Keep it safe around you. If you're like having kids in your class, to make sure you keep it safe around you. Like strap it onto your belt or keep it into a place where you can only access it, so that way it doesn't like get stolen or something like that. Very important, because it is a kind of an expensive toy. Once again, I think it is expensive, but you're getting some value out of this. I think this is a great addition. But the most unfortunate part is I feel Niantic should actually have been rolling these out and not Nintendo, because Nintendo and shipping and stuff is kind of frustrating. Once again, I'm doing a Twitter giveaway on these Pokemon GO Pluses. Make sure you comment down below in the comment section down below why you would want a Pokemon GO Plus, and I'm gonna be picking the most creative comment that I enjoy. So write up something good about the Pokemon GO Plus and why it would enhance your Pokemon Go experience. So that's gonna be doing it for this video. Hope that you guys enjoyed. Be sure to stay tuned, because the next episode is going to be my grinding session, my thought process, the things I'm focusing on, and maybe some additional tips. And then we can probably do a live stream this week, or maybe beginning of next week. We're gonna see how everything is going to be coming around. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this has been Reverse for Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll see you guys in the next one.